Hi everyone and welcome. Today we're going on a little adventure right into this magical toy room to try and solve a really big mystery.
I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about it? How do we go from just babbling as babies to having full-blown conversations? It's honestly one of the most amazing things we ever learned to do.
So could it be that simple? Are we basically just like parrots, repeating and mimicking the words and sounds we hear around us?
Or what if it's something else? Maybe we're more like a clever little robot, and our brains come with some kind of language software already installed, just ready to compute all the rules.
Or maybe, just maybe, it's something we actually build together, piece by piece, almost like a giant Lego project that we create with the help of everyone around us.
Okay, so let's explore that first idea. Our first stop on this adventure is right here with the repeating parrot. This little guy represents a theory that you might have heard of called behaviorism.
You see, this theory isn't interested in the secret thoughts inside our heads. Nope. It focuses only on what we can actually see and hear. It's all about observable behavior, building good habits through practice and getting a reward. Kind of like teaching a puppy to sit.
And this is how it's supposed to work. It's a simple cycle. The teacher shows a picture, that's the stimulus, the student says the word, that's the response, and the teacher praises them, that's the reinforcement. The idea is you do this over and over and over again, and eventually a really strong habit is formed.
So what does this look like in a real classroom? Well, picture this. Lots and lots of drills. Students mimicking the teacher perfectly, repeating grammar patterns again and again, even memorizing whole conversations. The teacher is like a conductor, and their job is to correct every single mistake right away. But hang on a second. Have you ever heard a little kid say something adorable and creative like this? "I putted the plates on the table." Think about it. They've almost certainly never heard an adult say, "put it." So where did that come from? It means they can't just be copying. There has to be something more going on in that amazing little brain of theirs. And that little puzzle right there, well, it brings us to our next toy in the room, the thinking robot. This represents a whole different way of looking at things, with ideas called Cognitivism and Innatism. According to this theory, the brain isn't just passively hitting record on the sounds around us. Oh no, it's way more active than that. It's like a powerful little computer, constantly processing, organizing, and filing away all the new information it learns. And this explains the goal perfectly. We don't want our brain to be like a messy computer desktop with random files scattered all over the place. That's just rote learning. We want to aim for meaningful learning, creating a neatly organized folder system where every new piece of information connects to what we already know. And here's a really big idea that goes with this. It's a theory from Noam Chomsky, and it suggests that every human being is born with a kind of blueprint for language. It's like we all come with a language operating system already installed from birth. And that, the theory goes, is why children everywhere can pick up language so incredibly fast. But is learning really a solo mission? Is it all just happening inside our own heads? Well, let's move to our final stop in the toy room and check out these building blocks. This represents another cool theory called Constructivism. So this idea says we aren't just empty buckets waiting to be filled up with words and rules. Instead, we are active builders. We construct our own knowledge and understanding by doing things, by exploring, and most importantly, by interacting with the world and the people in it. And a key idea here is something called the zone of proximal development. Just think of it like this. It's that magical sweet spot between what you can do all by yourself and what you can achieve with just a little bit of help from a friend or a teacher. It's the space where the real learning happens. Okay, I want to tell you a quick but really powerful real-life story. This is about a boy named Jim. He was a hearing child, but his parents were deaf, and they didn't communicate with him using sign language. So his only real exposure to spoken language was just from watching TV. So what do you think happened? Well, by the time he was almost 4, his language skills were way, way behind. Jim's story shows us something so incredibly important. Just passively hearing a language, like having the TV on in the background, it's not enough. To truly learn, we need real, meaningful, back-and-forth interaction. We have to use language with other people. So we've met all our toys. We've got the repeating parrot, the thinking robot, and the little builder. The big question is, which one is right? Which toy really holds the secret to how we learn language? Well, as you can see, each one gives us a really important piece of the puzzle. The parrot shows us that habits and practice matter. The robot reminds us that our brain is an amazing processor. And the builder shows us just how crucial social connection is. And you know what? In the real world, the very best teachers, they don't just pick one toy from the toy box. They're smarter than that. They use what's called an eclectic blend. They take the most helpful parts from each theory to create the best possible way to learn.
So a fantastic language lesson today might start with some parrot-style drills to get the pronunciation just right. Then it might move to a robot-style chart to clearly explain a grammar rule. And it would probably end with a fun builder-style group activity like a role play where everyone gets to actually use the language together.
And really, that's the big idea here. Understanding how these theories work can actually help you become a better learner yourself. So the next time you're trying to learn something new, anything at all, ask yourself, which toy am I using right now? Am I being the parrot, the robot, or the builder? Thinking about that might just be the key to your success.